Hello and welcome back everyone to the fourth and final part of What If Naruto Was a Hyuga. Now, before I start, don't forget to click that like button, also that notification bell icon, as well as don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It greatly helps out and motivates me to create more amazing content for you guys. Now, I hope you enjoy this video. Let's go. So, after the attack that Pain did, Naruto, with the two Rinnegan in like a bag or something, in like a jar, Naruto goes and finds Sasuke, who was helping out the village somewhere, just helping people, and he takes Sasuke and they both go find Orochimaru for a very specific reason. But meanwhile, the 5 Kage Summit is already going, and Tobi / Madara / Obito declares the 4th Shinobi World War. And that'll be very relevant in this series, of course. But let's cut back to Naruto and Sasuke. So they appear in front of Orochimaru, and Orochimaru says, so it seems that you have fought back the leader of the Akatsuki, Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto then says, yes, Lord Orochimaru, I have. But there's something very important and urgent we need to do. Orochimaru is like, what may it be? Naruto then takes out the jar with the 2 Rinnegans, and Orochimaru is utterly and totally shocked. He did not expect that. The Rinnegan, the legendary dojutsu. How did you manage to get that? Well, I think I know that answer. But what do you plan to do with these eyes? Naruto then says, I was wondering if you could implant one Rinnegan into one of my instead of one of my eyes, and the other Rinnegan into Sasuke's eye. But could this be done without us losing our abilities, like me losing one Sharingan in one eye, or just becoming less powerful? Orochimaru then says, yes, there is a chance that could happen. Of course, it wouldn't have happened if you went to some other person like Tsunade, who doesn't know much about this type of thing. But you're talking to me. Of course I can make it happen. We will just need about a day for the whole procedure. Naruto then says, perfect. We don't have much time, I think. I feel like something very bad is coming. We need to act fast. And so Orochimaru transplants each one Rinnegan, one into Sasuke's eye and one into Naruto's eye, and he knocks them out with like sedative so they don't feel any pain, and they wake up in a white room, and in front of them is a floating old man with weird skin and horns somewhat. Naruto says, who are you? And Sasuke, where are we? Sasuke then says, I have no idea, but this man has just been sitting there. And then the man says, my name, as many of you may know, is the Sage of the Six Paths. Now, all of this was not supposed to happen. Naruto, you have changed destiny itself. Oh Lord, this wasn't in any one of my plans. I could have never foreseen this. But oh well. I shall give you two the knowledge on how to use the Rinnegan in order to stop Madara from achieving his eternal plan of the infinite Tsukuyomi. Do not let him resurrect my mother by any means necessary. And then he tells them the plan. After he tells them the plan, Naruto and Sasuke both wake up and they tell Orochimaru the plan. And so the 3 of them go to make the plan a reality. I've said plan but too many times in the same sentence, but oh well. So first, they go resurrect the first Hokage. They go to the Uzumaki temple and find the masks. And as canon, Orochimaru summons the Lord of Death and also brings a sacrifice with him. I mean, he summons the Shinigami, and but only one. I mean, he only Oh my god. He only sacrifices one person instead of like 4 this time. So he only summons the first Hokage. And the first Hokage appears and says, where am I? And Naruto's like, Lord first. The 4th Shinobi World War is about to be here. Is about to begin. We need your help in order to stop this madness. And Hashirama's like, oh, if it's that serious, I'll be glad to help. What's my role in all of this? Naruto tells Hashirama the plan. And all 4 of them now go to the battlefield. They go to the main battlefield where the Ten Tails was resurrected in canon. So they go there. And so the people are fighting against the White Zetsu clones. All the armies are fighting. And they're pretty much losing. Like, without Naruto, without everyone, they're losing. And since Mina is in the battle, all the Akatsuki that are left are in the battle. Tobi is in the battle. And Tobi has one big problem. He, at the moment, cannot resurrect Madara since he does not have the sufficient amount of skill to do that. And so he's like, damn it, this could ruin my whole plan. I need to bring the infinite Tsukuyomi to reality. And as soon as he says that, a giant wood dragon appears out of nowhere and starts roaring really loud. Now we cut to Mina, whose head starts to hurt a lot. She falls down to the ground on her knees and starts screaming, shouting in pain. After that, she stands up and runs away towards the Valley of the End. Naruto and Sasuke, who have been watching all of this from a valley, both smile and says, everything is according to plan. We'll have to deal with her later. But for now, it's your turn, Madara. And Madara hears them and says, You took the Rinnegan that we're supposed to resurrect Lord Madara. And Naruto's like, so you're not Madara? And that's what I thought. Obito Uchiha. And Obito's like, you have figured it out. But this will not give you anything. I shall achieve the eyes of the moon after I take your eyes. Naruto then says, not so fast. Then him and Sasuke bump fists. And then both of them at the same time shout, Chibaku Tensei! And Tobi starts getting like stuck to like rocks, and rocks appear around him, and rocks start floating up and covering Obito. And Obito is like trying to Kamui out of there, but it doesn't work for some reason. And now Naruto says, Obito, it won't work. You shall be sealed forever, and you will never come back. Your plan did not become a reality because of your foolishness. Your plan, the eyes of the moon would never bring eternal peace to this world. They would only bring even more pain and suffering. Obito then says, no! He's like, no, I won't let this happen. I'll kill all of you. And he gets sealed. He gets sealed. And Naruto looks at Sasuke and says, well, that was quite quick. I expected a bit more, but whatever, I guess. I think we should be like grateful for the easy battle. And Sasuke's like, yeah, I thought the same. Right now we have another mission. Naruto then nods and becomes very serious, as well as Sasuke. They both start running towards the Valley of the End. While they're there, Naruto's like, alright, so Sasuke, you know the plan on how we can save Mina? And then Sasuke says, yes, of course. We need to catch her in a perfect genjutsu and enter her mindscape. After then, we will use the Rinnegan to break the genjutsu. The way that the Sage of the Sixth Path taught us. Correct. Now let's go, said Naruto. They both appear. Now then, we cut to a scene where Naruto appears on Hashirama's end, on Hashirama's like statue, while Mina is sitting on the Madara statue. And when Naruto appears, Mina just stands up. They both look at each other, Naruto with pain in his eyes, and Mina without showing any emotions. They started running at each other. Naruto pulled out his katana, while Mina pulled out a few kunai and started throwing them at Naruto at insane speeds. But this was nothing for Naruto's Sharingan. He kept predicting Mina's movements. She couldn't even land a normal punch. But at the same time, Naruto did not wish to harm Mina, so he didn't land any strikes in return, just blocking her and tripping her time to time. This, in turn, made Mina extremely mad, her rage just flowing out in form of pure chakra. At one point, it even got a bit hard for Naruto to react that fast, but he was still winning. But then, Naruto saw a little shining light from the other end of the valley. This was a signal from Sasuke that the plan has begun. That is when Naruto immediately sped up and appeared behind Mina. After that, he did some WWE type of hold and put Mina to the ground so that she couldn't move. After that, Sasuke body flickered towards them and then squatted down, looked at Naruto's eyes with his activated Mangekyo Sharingan and one Rinnegan, and then looked at Mina's eyes. After that, Naruto blinked, and then after he opened his eyes, he saw that he was in some sort of weird place with like tubes and like sewers, and Sasuke was next to him. After that, Naruto asked, "Sasuke, where are we?" And then Sasuke says, "Well, this is supposed to be her mindscape. I think we're gonna need to look around for a little while." And so they start looking around, going through this endless maze, until probably a few hours later of searching, they appear in a room. A huge room. And when they see what's inside, both of them are shocked. In the back of a cage is the Ninetales, with eyes as empty as the Mariana Trench. That's a good metaphor. And you know, the Ninetales is covered in chakra rods, like the ones that Pain produced. And yeah, he was covered in them and wasn't moving, wasn't showing any signs of life. And so Naruto understood how Toby managed to control the Ninetales from inside Mina. After the Ninetales outside the cage was Mina, who also was just fully stabbed with chakra rods all over her body. She wasn't showing any signs of life either, but she had her eyes open and she was breathing very slowly. Naruto then understood what happened, because in front of Mina was a darker version of her, all black with eyes as red as the moon, as red as the moon. I am so good with metaphors, but Naruto then understands what needs to be done, and so then he activates his Rinnegan and then says, "Bansho Tenin." He pulls this dark version of Mina to him, and at the last second pulls out his katana and just slashes her head off. After that, this dark version just disappears into nothing. And now, the second part of freeing Mina is in order. Naruto and Sasuke both nod at each other, then they bump fists, then they do the Genjutsu release seal with one of their hands and shout, "Release!" And then they both activate their Rennegans, and this sort of like a white gold aura just flows through the entire mindscape. The chains on the Ninetales and the Mina disappear. Ninetales falls to the ground unconscious, while Mina starts coughing. After that, Naruto blinks again, and he wakes up in the real world, still standing next to Mina. He kneels down and sees that Mina is waking up. Mina opens her eyes and sees Naruto. When she sees him, she recognizes him immediately. She looks at his face, looks at the scar. Looks at the scar she gave him the last time she saw him normally. She touches it, and then tears start flowing from her eyes. She says, "I'm so sorry, Naruto. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I wasn't in control." Naruto then hugs her closely and says, "It's none of your fault. I know. Now, let's go home." Naruto takes Mina, bride style, and teleports them and Sasuke along to the village, and everybody is super happy to see them because the Hokage has already informed the village of what happened to Mina. And we do a little time skip to the future where they are all grown up, like around 25 or something. And here we see Naruto, this time not Hyuga, but Naruto Akasare, and Mina Akasare sitting on the front porch. And Naruto is telling his 3-year-old son named Boruto about how he founded his own clan, the Akasare clan, which I tried to translate from Japanese, but it sort of means spirits of the dawn or something. It's probably wrong, but whatever. And Boruto was like, "Wow, Dad, you're so cool. I want to be just like you." And Naruto then smiles, and everything cuts out. Now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this series. I know that the last part might have been a bit rushed, but again, I tried really hard on this. Hope you all enjoyed. Now, before you go, if you haven't already, click the like button, smash that bell notification, and hit the subscribe button to never miss an upload. See you next time.